sound in real life and action. And like I said, stay safe and sound, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick nail set for you all. Something very simple. I know every time I say like the nail sets are gonna be simple, sometimes they can be a little bit more complex for some than others. But this set will not be. So today we're gonna start off by first I'll show you what I'm using. I'll be using Art Done polish today. I'll be using their number 2 polish today. Also, the tips that I'm using are the short stiletto tips that I got off of Shein. It comes with about 550 count, so you have more than enough to do as many sets as you like with these nail tips. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna just go ahead and get started with our nail set. So I'll be using the Phoenix C 177 and Phoenix C 202 today. And then I also will be blooming the gel, we'll be blooming the nails. Also, we'll be doing 2 French tips, and then we'll get into some 3D designs as well. So without further ado, I'm going to start off by using my 177 by Phoenix C. It is a nice pink color, so we'll use this as the base color here. And you can do this nail set, you know, any season, but particularly for the spring, summer season if you want to. It's up to you. So we're gonna go in with the base color of pink there. Also, we'll do a base color of pink here on the pointer nail here. Okay. And then we will go in with 2 coats today. 2 coats today. Of the nail polish. So have no fear, 2 coats are near. Okay, and in the middle, this is where I will get into the Art Done nail polish I got off of Shein. I got off of Amazon, and so this is supposed to be their jelly color right here, Art Done. Um, but child, I don't know. I'll let y'all be the judge of if it's giving more jelly than not. I did watch these on one of my lives before. Hey everybody, beautiful people. Um, I did watch these on one of my nail lives before, and it was definitely giving jelly-ish for some of the colors, and you know, for the most part, I like all of the colors, but sometimes these colors, like I said, kind of give solid to me. But you all could be the judge of that. Like I can see under it, right? I can see under the nail, so I guess it ain't. I guess it is jelly in some type of capacity. But like I said, when I go in with the second coat, sometimes it gives me, just regular old solid gel polish vibes, y'all. Okay. Alrighty, so we will be doing a 3D nail design today. I'm going to attempt to do a petal on the middle nail. We're going to do a 3D petal just across the way here. So it'll be a petal here, here, and here. And then we'll draw a little stem as well. Thank you so much for the like, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. So here's what the first coat is giving of everything. We'll go in with a second coat, okay? In the meantime, in between time, this whole nail set will be drawn today. I will not be adding any jewels to this nail set, which is why I wanted to make sure I do a full tutorial with you all. So the gel nail solid polish that I'll be using today will be my McCart solid gel polish. And then the tool that I'll be using will be my handy dandy Dollar Tree flex tool to mold the 3D nail art. So you can get a set of 2. So I got these 2 in a set from Dollar Tree for $1.25 and $1.25. I think they went up, but anywho. So the solid nail gel polish that I'll be using today is clear. We will paint over it with our 202 color, that our 5 milliliter Phoenix C 202 color. It is a darker pink. Right now it gives maroon on top, but it definitely is a pink, a dark pink, purple-ish color. But yeah, so we'll go in with that, and then we'll shake the petal. The Blossom Gel nail polish I'm using today will be the Exagi brand here. You can get this off of Shein for a little of nothing, little to nothing. Okay. All right. Now you will also be using our Burano number 5. Is it number 5? Burano number 12 white. Burano number 12 white. All right, so we're gonna go in with our second coat. If you did not catch the polishes that I'm using Art Done right off of Amazon, and then I'm using the Phoenix Sea brand also off of Amazon. I got for about $6.99 in a set. Okay, so nothing too crazy, nothing too expensive at all. All right, so next I'll go in with the second coat of this 177 color here. Okay, 177. And you just want to stroke it real nice and right and tight, okay? um, as cliche as it sounds, it's so simple. You know, I always tell y'all go from the tip all the way down to the tip, covering each sidewall to sidewall, so you have a nice clean coat like so. Okay, be sure to like the video, share the live, and all things of the famous. Thank you so kindly, y'all. So that's our second coat there. So as each of these nails are doing what they need to do, I'm gonna just go ahead and cure each nail. Um, Boom, bang. Alright, so next we'll go in with our second coat here of our pink on the same pink on the pinky nail. And so I will be, I don't know if you all that just joined heard me in the beginning. I'm pretty sure you did not. But this nail alongside the um, thumbnail will be balloon. So this is what the second coat is giving. Nice clean coat. Nice clean coat. Okay. Alrighty. So while that is baking, we move on. Okay. We go on in with our art done number 2. Art done number 2. Okay. We're doing it the exact same way. Um, yeah. It kind of gives the Exagi color that's on my nail polish right here, but I think this one is just a little bit lighter than the Exagi color that I have on my nails. Right? Right? Right. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter. But anywho, you can get this brand right here, Art Done, off of Amazon. You can get 6 in a pack for $4.99. 6 for $4.99. And then the Exagi brand that I use, child, well, you get one for about $4. You know, you gonna pay $4 for, you know, the brand that I use on my nails. So it's just to each their own. I'm getting used to Art Done. If I was to say, you know, if I was to give you all any suggestions, I would say try both. But to get a bang for your buck and just, you know, for you starting out, I would suggest Art Done. And so you can screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Okay, Amazon. Amazon. All right, y'all. One more nail, and then we're gonna start taking stuff out. And it's time to design, honey. And this nail set should not take you long at all. The longest part on this nail set will probably be you molding the 3D, probably molding the 3D flower that we're gonna do today. And I do ask that you all bear with me, give me grace as I do the 3 petals, because this is probably only like my second time doing the petals. So this is the second coat of the Art Done polish. Hey everybody. All right. So here we go. We just gonna start taking stuff out the lamp and moving on, okay? Moving on. Put the top back on stuff, but child, it'll fall over and then boom, there you go, child. All right, here we go. While it is doing what it needs to do, now you're going to take your handy dandy blossom gel or blooming polish, whatever you call it, child. You all do the same thing. Do the same thing, okay now? All right now. All right, so you're going to take this, okay? This is the Exagi brand. You get about 15 milliliters. Can you see that? 15 milliliters. You don't have to have one that's 15 milliliters. You can use whatever type of blooming polish you like for this particular, um, whenever you're doing your blooming polish. I just happen to, like I said, I really am a supporter of the Exagi brand, of all the brands that I use, right? But Exagi is like one of my top brands that I like to use. All right. All right, so we got a nice clean coat, nothing too crazy on there, right? Just a nice clean coat. Now, this is what we're gonna bloom the polish with. Like I said, it's giving maroon right now, but it's not. It's not. It is definitely a deep pink purple. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, we're gonna put a little bit. You need a palette. You need a palette. Okay, a palette. Okay, you need a palette for this particular, you know, um, design. Okay. All right now. Once you put that on there, once you put that on there, get everything out the lamp. Move stuff out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and add our blossom gel to our pinky nail since we will be blossoming. We'll be doing the exact same design on the pinky nail, okay? And the full nail will be blossomed. Okay, we're gonna do some French tips and then we're gonna get into our 3D design. Okay, once you're done with things, what do we say? We say put things back. Okay, so you ain't frazzled and befuddled. Okay, and plummets and stuff and flummoxed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? For those who know, you know. All right, moving on. All right, now you're gonna take your Dollar Tree handy dandy dotting tool or whatever dot if you got it from Shein, Amazon, whatever dotting tool you got, child, you know what I'm saying, use it. All right, anyway, we're gonna use our smaller size. We got a bigger size, we got a smaller size. We're gonna use our smaller size today. All right, so we're gonna go in with this color, and then we're just going to make it fun and do whatever we want to do to the nail, but the full nail will be um the full nail will be uh what's it called? Well, y'all get what I'm trying to say, child. I hope y'all do. Um, just want it looks like a different design here, but it will be blossomed. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of that off, and then we're gonna cure it. Okay. So to take a little bit off, you're gonna take your handy dandy tool here and just literally wipe it off if you want to. But actually, I think I'll keep it. I like that. Just something fun, something different, right? Give it like a watermark line. Now you want to turn your lamp up. Turn that lamp up, child. You want that lamp turned up. Okay, turn me up. Okay. All right now, cause child, if you don't, I don't know if it's gonna cure all the way. So take it from me, we don't. Okay. All right, moving on. All righty. So you're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna go in with smaller little dots and little things and such. Um, on your pinky nail because you don't want it to, get to a point where it's just overwhelming on that nail, right? And then the whole nail, you can see that this dark deep color versus um, versus a little bit of the pink still showing. But to each their own. Do whatever design works best for you. This is just what I'm doing. You ain't gotta go in no particular order. You ain't gotta start the cuticle. If you want to start the tilt and then work your way all the way up, please go ahead and feel free to do whatever feels comfortable to you. But you got this, okay? Don't be giving up because it's like, oh my God, it is not blooming like you need. It ain't supposed to bloom like mine. It's supposed to bloom like yours. It's supposed to bloom like yours. You got this, okay? All right, but make sure that base color that you've chosen is still showing just a smidget, okay? You got this, all right? All right, we're gonna pop that in the nail lamp. Like I said, I turn my nail lamp all the way up to about 100, well, about a minute and 30 seconds. Minute and 30 seconds, yeah. So, all right, so now it's time for the French tip. While that is baking and doing what it needs to do, we're going to use a mix between Rosalind and Urano because I don't have enough white in here, so I like to mix between the two. I have poured a little bit of the Rosalind white in here as well to use, but use whatever white you have on hand or whatever have you. All right. So we're gonna move on. Okay. So these two nails right here, which will be our pointer and our ring finger, will be they'll be French tipped. Okay. And so you can go in with your French and start Frenching it this way, or you can draw the line. I'm gonna always show you all how to start with the line, and it just helps me continuously get better with me, getting better with my French tip lines and such, and drawing them. So don't get flustered. You got this part too. Ain't nothing to it but to what? Do it, okay? So we're gonna dip a little bit, just a little bit. Make sure your brushes are not frayed at the end. You see, that's a clean brush, no little strags, nothing is coming out. That's a good brush. But you use whatever feels good to you. All right. Sometimes I have to be quiet so I can make sure I'm focused. You know what I'm saying? All righty. So we got that French tip on there. Now we're gonna take our handy dandy white here, and we're going to fill in that smile, fill into that smile line. Now, again, like I always tell you, if you go over the smile line, it's totally fine. Just clean it up. However, you want to take your brush, spread it just a smidget, okay? Just a smidget, and just keep going. And whatever you can't get right here on the side, use your liner gel brush to do, okay? You got this. Do not be getting all in your head and, thinking you can't do it, child. Took me 100 years to figure it out too. It's okay. We all got to start and learn somewhere, right? Right. You got this though, okay? All right. So we got that on there. But you see how this smile line is a little jacked, right? We're missing a little something right there. So we're gonna just go in and clean it up. This is me being real with me, honey, okay? Don't wait for somebody else to tell you, because that might hurt your feelings, okay? Some of y'all can't take constructive criticism. You know, hey, gotta be able to in this line of work, okay? It's to help you evolve and elevate, not to hurt you, okay? All right, so we cleaned that up, and we got a nice, crisp French tip. You see how all it takes is a little focus, a little focus. All right, we're gonna pop that in the nail lamp. Each time you do your French tips, just go ahead and pop them in the nail lamp. Look how cute that turned out. And stuff and things. All righty. Look at that one. That one turned out real nice and stuff and things too. Now switch up the colors now. If that's what you want to do. You want to switch up the colors. You want to do a light blue and a dark blue on top. Do whatever feel right to you, okay? Do whatever feel right to you. You got this, okay? All right, now we're gonna French tip this nail here as well. Make sure you ain't got no little string. You see these little strings and stuff? You don't want them all on your hand and stuff. Make sure you clean them off and stuff, child. The minute it cure on there, the minute you be flustered for real. Not flustered. You better talk. Anyway, we're going. All right. Just had to make sure that French tip was nice and right. All right. So you might have to clean it up, and that's okay, right? That's all right. But now this is the easy part. You just take your handy dandy brush and you go in and you just, fill it in, child. Ain't nothing to it but to do it again. You know what I'm saying? All righty. So we got that on there. Got that on there, and then just fill in all those little spots and gaps. Like I said, if you can't get you can't successfully, or you feel like you can't efficiently fill in your nail with this brush, just go in with your liner brush. You got it. Either way, child, it's gonna get done. No need to cry. Oh no, no need to cry, child. You got it. Okay, pinpoint the blank. Okay. All right now. So we just gonna fill in, get close to that smile line. And then, as always, we want to go back over it and just crispy. Make sure everything is nice and clean and pristine. Okay, baby? There you go. You got this. All right. Now, we're going to make sure everything's looking nice and right. For the most part, this one is looking pretty good. I don't have to do much cleanup at all, if any. But I am going to take my handy dandy liner brush and just go back over this line here to make sure that, everything is nice and clean to my liking. Okay? All right. All right. I'm feeling satisfied about that. Y'all liking that? It's looking okay. It's looking good. I think I actually need to clean off a little bit of this, actually, now that I'm looking at it a little closer. And that's what I'm saying. If you see something, just go on in and just fix it, okay? That way you ain't, at the end, when you're looking at it, it's like, oh my God, I didn't even notice. It's like, just go on, clean it up, okay? You got time. If you in a rush, what I tell y'all, just throw on some press on there to keep it on. No tea. But you got this though. If you want it, you want it bad enough. You want to, succeed in any and everything that you put your mind to. You're gonna dedicate that extra time to making sure everything is nice and right. And you're just practicing. You're continuously practicing on your craft. So okay, here we go. We took all that off. All right, here we go. We're in the money, honey. And just like that, we're back. Nice and clean and pristine, okay? We ain't got no little ridges, roofs and ridges. Child, we got it done. All right, now we're gonna take the other one out, go back over it. This is the part. Once you get gotten that smile line done, you've pretty much done the hard part, okay? You really have. So go back over it with that same white or same color you just used to make your French tip with. And yeah, repeat the same steps, okay? Now, when it comes to French tips, the best advice I can give is, as always, is just practice. Just practice. Practice on yourself. Practice on your nail hand. Practice on other people if they don't mind you practicing on them. Child, just practice. Practice on your feet. Okay, and yeah, just go from there. Okay. All right, and yeah, that's the best advice I can give. You know what I'm saying? And that is our second coat, looking nice and right and tight, honey. You got this. Child, if I can sit up here and do these, you can too. Nothing to it but to do it. Get out your head. Get out your head. You got this. All righty. In the meantime, in between time, the fun part, because we still got the um ring nail in there. We're gonna go ahead and get started on our petals. And so, like I said, this is like my second time ever doing petals. So, child, just bear with me, okay? Bear with me, honey. You gotta bear with me. Oh wait. Anyway, moving on. All right, so you don't want too much of the glue. That's something that you really, in all seriousness, you need to make sure you don't have like too much of this glue, or else, child, it'll look crazy. But who am I to say whatever, right? All right, so first petal, we'll take a little bit of this off. Okay, we're gonna use it in just a second, okay? But you want just enough. So I'm gonna do my first petal right about here. Right about here. And so I've been watching tutorials, so hopefully I get it right. Hopefully I get it right, y'all. But if I don't, yeah, I told y'all this like my second time ever doing it. So don't hold it against my heart. Charge it to my head. Okay, now we just gonna shape it for real, for real. Shape it like a little petal. We seeing folks do the little slit and stuff and things. Put it down. Do the little slit. Kind of want it like so. I'm gonna see how this second whether it's gonna look or whatever stuff. Kind of just forming and shaping the outskirts of the petal because it's gonna be a little big. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna take our second one. Okay, it's gonna be one right here and then one right here. So let's take our gel and then you're gonna just get it out, child. I'm gonna dig it out with my hand like this. Alright, here we go. You need just enough, child. Just enough. Okay? Alright? Stuff and things. We gonna learn together. Together. Let's stay together. Want it to mesh together like so. Flat, flat, flat. Okay. You'll know if you got too much on there, so just take it off, okay? Like that was too much, right? And then instead of getting flustered, we're going to just shape it back how we want it, right? So I think I might have too much. Oh, all right. Don't get flustered. You just gotta take your time and work with it, okay? It's gonna start looking like you just trust me, you trust the process. You want it to all have a certain look to it. Alright. Child, I don't know that, but I ain't finna give a look though. I know that much. Alright. Let me see when I add one more. You gotta laugh, child. You gotta laugh. Too much. See what I'm saying? Can't have too much on there. You gotta take it off, okay? I'm being serious about that part. Else, it's just gonna look like a glob of what the hell this is looking like. You don't want this. All right, this right here, this right here is. I'm finding it. I'm finding it, y'all. Then I'm gonna put some thingamajigs in the middle. Oh, that's gonna look cute. I ain't gonna beat myself up about it. We got this. Oh wait. See, that's why I like doing them in raw time so y'all can so y'all can see the struggle be real over here, baby. They be turning out cute, dog. I really look nice, child. We doing a little something. Alright. So I'm just roughing them up around the edges, child. I guess is what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna add my little 1, 2, 3 or whatever. Cause I easily could have threw on my pre-made flowers, right? But I'm like, no, girl, you gotta get this down. Everybody ain't gonna want no dang on pre-made flowers. So, child, this is what we got. This is what we got. Right. Let's see. Put her out right there. Well, I can't see much right now. It's just clear. But oh, trust me, you. Trust me, you. Yeah, I don't see it in a minute. Okay. So far, this is what I got. Let me show y'all what I got. So one of my little flowers, one of my little petals, it kind of hangs off. So that's what we got right there. It's kind of cute. I'm just being facetious right now. However, I can do better, right? We can do way better uh, when it comes to it, okay? All right. Now, all right. Let me not mess it up, child, because it's already looking a little crack crack. I'm trying to get it as realistic looking as possible. And then we'll keep it going. All right, then I add my little gold accents right here in the middle. And it's gonna look cute. All right, like these are pointing like a little flat feather. I mean, like a little petal. And yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, this is what I got, y'all. Okay, right here. All right, so I'm gonna pop it in the nail lamp. Uh huh. Oh wait, I don't know how this sounds. But anyway, moving on. So we gotta go in with our second coat here, and then we're gonna move on to our petal. Okay. All right, we're gonna second coat this here, our French tip. Okay, it turned out pretty good. Okay. Yeah, every time I go over my French tip nails, like I just be so proud of me. Like y'all go back and look at if you new here, go back and look at to where I first started. Ooh, them was some hideous nails. Y'all ain't even had told me they were so hideous. Ooh, that's just me being real, with me, honey. Oh shoot, did I French girl child? I done did the wrong nail. But it look more white this time, don't it? Well, child, listen. I gotta go back over this one, child. Didn't eat the wrong meal the third time, child. But I guess they gonna be whiter, pretty white like my teeth, child. I ain't got no problem with that. But child, for real, them nails used to be so ugly. They used to be so, let me stop saying it like that. They just were not to my liking. They were not up to par how they are today. Let's just say that. Let's just call a thing a thing, okay? They were not. However, in today's world and time and stuff and things, baby, we I still got a long way to go. Like I always like tell y'all, like this is preschool. So I think I'm doing pretty good before I go to school. But oh baby, after school or while I'm in school, I am going to soak up all of that knowledge, every last bit of information and education and everything. I'm soaking it up. I sure am. And I'm going to encourage you all too. You know, even if you don't go to school, like just listen to different people, you know, while they are doing they do nails, right? And just, you know, try to take something from each of them, you know, because you never know what you will learn, you know, especially the licensed nail tech and stuff. Or even the at-home nail techs like me, you know, like, you take something. All right, y'all. Let's go on in with our handy dandy sponge. I'm finna see how this look, and then we're gonna add our little gold 1, 2, 3 to give it some type of aesthetic, and then go from there. But I am gonna use this sponge tool. I got this off of Shein some time ago. Um, one number like $2.79, $3 ish. But like I tell y'all all the time, stuff that went up. So what it was for me, it might not be for you. Okay, that's all I can say. So I'm gonna take my little sponge. So I do know this part right here. Oh, it ain't half bad. I mean, I feel like I still got some learning to do, if I'm being honest with it. And then I'm gonna go in with 2 coats of this. And then we're gonna go in with a white coat. Right? And then if you go outside of the, you know, if you get any of the extra outside of there, just clean it up. You can use one of these tools, or you can use your um you can use your lint-free wipe. I'll show you that as well. Which I got the you can get a bang for your buck off of Shein as well for these little lint-free wipes or whatever. Just so you don't have all that extra runniness on there or whatever. And like I said, this is my second time. I like to be very candid with you all. Um, just so you all that are in the same boat as myself, you know. Uh, Baby, ain't nothing impossible. We just need a little bit more practice. Okay, that's it. That's all. Don't beat yourself up. Cause baby, you see me beat myself up here now. So like, for what? I'm gonna get it one day, just like I got everything else. Okay. But yeah, for real, we need a lot of practice though for those of us that don't got it. Okay. Um, while that is going into the nail lip, I'm going to take out the French tips, and then we're going to go ahead and draw our handy dandy. Okay. So far this is what we got, y'all. So far this is what we got. It's cute, right? Very cute, very different. You know, just so simple and subtle to me. To me. All right, now we're gonna take our handy dandy um solid gel polish, our other one that's in the tube, and we're going to go ahead and give this a little bit more aesthetic when it comes to the French tip, okay? And so I'm going to go in with this Macart rhinestone glue. You're going to take your handy dandy, these are from Shein, liner brush. I think I will use this smaller one, so actually, no, because I don't want to get flustered. I just use this longer liner brush. So I'll be using my liner brush here. It's a little longer than, you know, what I All right. So now you're going to take your handy dandy McCart top coat, or I mean, McCart rhinestone glue. Get a bubble. And you're going to just uh-uh. No, don't like it. So let's take that off. And it's mainly because my brush is frayed. That's why it's always important. Y'all can y'all see that it's all over the place? You don't want to use a brush like this. It's gonna just piss you off and mess you up. So you don't want to use this. So I guess we will. Actually, I think I got it back. Okay. You can go in with the little bubble. So I'll show you both ways. So we'll do the bubble on the nail. So just like a little dot. And then you can drag it. Right. Drag it. Then on the other nail, I'll show you my other method. Okay, I don't like that. So actually, I won't even do that. I think I'll just keep this as is. Never mind. And sometimes you pivot, right? It's okay. You pivot and you do whatever. I think I might go in and do something different here in a second, but let me think about it. All right. So now you're gonna go in with a second coat, okay? Cause child, we just tried to make a flower, okay? Everybody that just joined it, we tried to make a flower. Don't come for the flower, okay? But if you do, give me some tips, okay? Give me some tips, okay? I'm open to tips. See, you got to laugh, baby. You got to laugh, baby. Laugh at hey, you living alone. Sam, living alone. Sam. All right. So these supposed to be petals, okay? These supposed to be petals, okay? Those of y'all that just joined us, okay? All right. Now, all right, I'm going on in, just making sure I get a second coat. As you can see, it's getting on there a little bit better, right? It looked pretty okay, right? If it looked pretty okay, y'all run up the hearts. It ain't just too bad for the second time, right? Am I trying to convince y'all or me, y'all? Oh, it's okay. Cause when I go in with that white, it's gonna look real cute and stuff and things. Okay. Just wait. Just wait. Y'all gonna be like, oh, she is. See, I know I sure did. Told y'all it's gonna look okay. It look a little cray cray right now. All right. All right. Then we're gonna clean up that little inside area right there with our handy dandy tool right here, or you're gonna take your nail lint free wipe, okay? And you're going to just clean it up so you don't have any of the excess on the um, outskirts of your nail, okay? Alrighty, so this is what the second coat is giving on those little petals. I'm going to pop that into the nail lamp. Pop that into the nail lampion. Let me see what these little dots might look like on here. Maybe we can do some little dots and stuff and things. Yeah, all I hear is little toads outside my window. It's like this little stream. They sound so cute. They're so loud. And then of course Cody's right here in my face now. I don't know if y'all can hear this one dog. Let's see how they look, y'all. But some stuff just don't flow. It's okay. I'm forcing it at this point. I'm really forcing it, and I don't want this to be as simple as can be, so y'all can try it on your own. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do too much. Simple is best. Simple is better sometimes. It's better sometimes. Okay. All right. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna go ahead and um, add our handy dandy. We're gonna take out our handy dandy color here. And then I think I'm going to go in with one more coat of this 202, just so that when I put that white on there, it looks a little bit, it kind of gives it an offset look. And then I'm going to pull out my gold charms and show you all exactly. You see that? So you can see how, so I just went in with a third coat right here. But you see how this one is a little bit lighter. I don't want it too light. So I'm gonna do that with each one. And sometimes you gotta go in with third coat. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy to go in with a third coat. Sometimes you have to go in with a third coat, child. And that's all right. That's okay. You're gonna make the nails someday, okay? Some way. All right, so there is the third coat there. So then I'm going to go in with the white and offset it there, and then we'll draw inside the petals. Yes, you heard me. We're going to draw inside of the petals, okay? So in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to take these little gold jewels that I like to use um, right here. These ones right here. And I'm going to add them to the flower. Okay, that gives the flower a little bit of pop, and then we can go in and make it fun and stuff and things. If you wanted to, these came off of Shein, but if you wanted to, you could add maybe some flowers to your nails here or something if you wanted to. I mean, petal up, rose, whatever you want to use. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to be flipping. I'm going to flip this over because we use all of our every last bit of it. Sponge. Maybe not this side. Let's try this side. All right, so we're gonna use this side of the sponge because baby, we don't let none to how to make acrylic nails. So I had to show y'all acrylic nails. These are acrylic nails here. I did these for my birthday. I can do that in a separate live. Um, in another live. So maybe our next live we do an acrylic nail set and go from there. I just do something basic, right, to show y'all how to apply acrylic. But these are acrylic nails. Everything that I'm doing right now is gel polish. So you can do it on your own. We'll do some acrylic nails. Or you can go back and watch any of my lives where I am doing my own nails or whatever. But next live, I got you. I got you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna take our white and then we're gonna just add it in there real nice and softly. Okay. Nice and softly. Okay. Nice and softly. We don't want it like too overpowering. We want it just like a little bit. Like just a little bit of white, right? So like, yeah. Just keep dabbing that in there. Okay, and then we'll go in and draw the rest of the uh we're gonna go in and draw in the middle of this nail. Okay. Alright. In the meantime, in between time while we got that right there. Just a little bit. And this is where, trial and error, honestly. That's the best thing I can say. If you're not willing to, take a risk and, bet on yourself, then I don't know what to tell you, baby. Sometimes you're gonna get it the first time, but most times you're not. Um, like I said, I like to be as transparent as I can be with you all because I want you all to see, sometimes when we get into our mindset of wanting to do a certain design, it doesn't always work out, but that doesn't mean we give up, right? You never give up on you. You always bet on you, and you bet big, okay? You go big and hard for yourself, period, point to blank, okay? You got this, period. I don't care what nobody else see. I don't care where they at in their stage either. They ain't you and you ain't them. God made you uniquely you. Okay? Here, point the blank. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off my little preaching. So, some folks be like, oh my God, you should go over all this motivational speaking. I'm just saying, baby. Somebody got to speak life into you. All right. Anyway, moving on. You move. It's okay. It's all right. Just put it back. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna let all of that dry. And then we're going to take our brush here. You're going to put this back. Sheen, okay? Then you're going to take your brush. Your liner. Yeah, your liner brush here. And then we're going to go in and we're going to draw the rest of the accents to that flower. Like I said, it might start off looking like, who did it and why? But oh, trust me, you, sweetheart. It's going to come through, boo-boo. It's going to come through. It's going to look real good. Mm-hmm. It's going to look real good. All right, so you're going to take this brush right here. And then we're going to draw inside. We're going to draw some straight lines. And then we're also going to add just like some little white polka dot rain filled looking thingamajiggers. I don't know how to describe it, but I know how I'm finna do it. Okay? I sure do. Alright, so here we go. Lightly. If you feel like it's too much, take take a few of these lines off and then just do whatever you feel is best. Cause like I feel like some of these lines are too much. Like it's overpowering the petal, right? So I'm gonna take a little bit off, or you can go in. This is where you can go in and just mesh it together, right? And then just dissolve some of those lines if you want. Not all of them, but dissolve most of them if that's what you want. And then we're gonna go in with our dotting tool here with a little bit of that white. to just add your little dots. Like I said, this is my second time ever doing this, so I could totally be doing it wrong, but I'm determined to keep practicing. Like I said, I found myself looking at a lot of videos before I came on. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. It's gonna be fire and desire and stuff and things. Uh, but yeah, sometimes it don't work out. And I'm totally fine with it. Yeah, I don't know about it. Okay. I don't know now. Let me see if I add a little pink on there. Let's see. Sometimes you gotta, you gotta play around with it to get it how you want it to look. And that's okay. That's all right. That's your business. I don't know, y'all. Well, in the meantime, in between time, I guess I'm just gonna just, mesh all of this together. I need to make this pop. So let me think. So a little petal. I don't know if I'm really feeling it. For one, my little gold jewels is stuck together. And for two, maybe if I add a little pop of blue in here, right? I don't know if I'm feeling it. Maybe I need to add one more petal. Let's see. Let me see if I add one more petal. If I can feel it. I feel it, yeah. Not a four petal flower. Wouldn't that be considered a four leaf clover? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna make some shape. It's me and you. I think I'm gonna go with this. We need to make sure that the petal is nice and curved down like this other one. And it's so long. Okay. Mm. something. We'll find it. Ooh, all right, let's add. All right, let's add this on there, and then we're gonna do everything else. But let me give it a little pop of something, something just ain't right. All right, now so far so good though, honestly. So far so good. It's just this petal, and I ain't gonna let it work me up because at the end of the day, you know, I have heard a lot of like great nail artists say that sculpting the flower was a little bit difficult for them in the beginning, but like always, they encourage practice. So that's just something we're gonna have to do. But I think we didn't got it to where, for the most part, it's gonna do what I need it to do. It's gonna do what I need to do. I just gotta be a little patient with myself, a little bit more patient, and give myself a little bit more grace, and we gonna get there, okay? Alright, so we're gonna go back in and put that petal there. See y'all, it's just like a little flat flower. Okay, I gotta go in with the 3 coats, so this gonna take me a little bit of like doing or whatever. So bear with me, and then we're gonna get there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, don't give up if the design ain't working. Sometimes you have to pivot. And that's okay. If you got to pivot, you ain't got nothing but time, right? Time. All right. So I'm going ahead and you want to get every bit of that doggone solid gel. Make sure everything is blended nice and right, okay? So we're going to go on in and let her do what she do in the nail lamp for the first coat. And then, of course, we got to go in with 2 more coats. In the meantime, in between time, let's just go ahead and top coat. Let's go ahead and top coat this right here. I could chain. I could put a chain on these nails, huh? Could. On my French tip nails, let's put a chain on them. It'll flow. It'll make it pop. If you got some chains, then throw them on there, child. That might look good. Um, but when I say chain, I mean a chain like this chain right here that I got on my nail. If you got some extra chain, then see if that'll work. I think this gonna make it pop though. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Forget it. We gonna go for it. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? We just gonna go with it now. Hey, oh please. Y'all hear some stories about that's why I said it. We just get louder and louder, child. It's gonna be fun. That's what I'm saying. Use whatever you got to get what you want. of it. Let me see. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sure it lines up with the French, right? Like it's right on the French tip line. And sometimes you have to hold it in place or what have you. Okay. So it's gonna look something like that. Let me pop it in. I sure do appreciate y'all for hanging with me on this good old Easter. On this good old Easter Sunday. Alright, we gotta go in with like one more coat. You want to cover, like I said, the entire solid gel, the entirety of it, okay? All right. Pop it over there. All right, so you got the chain on there. Do your chain halo? Do it wobble to the flow? Do it? Do your chain halo? Okay, so then now you take your nippers. Take your nippers, okay? Ain't nothing to it. Don't get flustered, okay? Your nippers are going to be a little bit, they're going to be magnetic to it. So you're going to have to just work with it, okay? Hold it out. Go in for the nip. Nip it. That's it. Okay? Okay? Okay. This one right here. I think this might just be the length we need it to be. Make this work. Sure. The nearest it. Yes, it. It's just this little rip when I lift it, that little part is like, ugh. I probably don't see it, but I see it. Okay, it's a little short chain. We found it. It won't be as long as the other one, but it's chain, child. Ooh, for news. For news. All right, moving on. All right, one more little zhuzh here, and then it's time to get ready to add the white on there. And then I'm going to try to make it pop with something. I don't know what I'm going to try to make it pop with. Maybe some gold. I don't know, child. But, and then essentially, that is it. She ready. She ready. She ready. I'm comfortable saying that. It helps me get through this. All right, baby. There we go. All right, so now that this on there, got a little chain on there. Hey, Miss Tara. I saw your nails, girl. I like them. I said, look at her with her tips on. All right. Well, most importantly, what I want to show y'all is that if you don't, if you put too much of the top coat on there, it will bubble right here. So just take off whatever you don't need or whatever. Okay, because you don't want it to bubble. You want it to kind of, you want it to look very, very nice. Okay, very demure. Okay. And if you have to soak a little bit off with your white like this, just do it, child, and then just go in with the thinnest coat of your like so, right? I won't even show y'all what it would look like because it's not cute to me. It's not. So, all right, here we go. All right. Once you have that, all of your top coat and stuff and things on there, all right. We're gonna pop it in the nail lamp beyond, and then we're gonna move back over to this flower that we were just doing, okay? See, very easy. It took a little while, like I said, because of what? The flower. And that's gonna be a little challenge for you. But it ain't nothing you can't overcome, okay? It's nothing that you can't overcome, okay? Nothing you can't overcome, period. God gave you the activities of your gifts and talents for a reason. And it's not to be given up on yourself, okay? All right, I'm doing my little soapbox. All right, now we're going to take that white, go back over that one more time, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so we got our little flat flower on there. It's something, child. It's something. We found it. Oh, we. All right, once that is done, I'm gonna show y'all what the nails look like coming fresh out of the lamp, and then we gonna let me find this blue. Matter of fact, so this is the nail brand we using too tonight, Phoenix. So, put that back. That's why you like we're gonna put this blue on. Or maybe we got a dark blue, a darker blue. We gonna find some, child. I told y'all we gotta pivot sometimes, and that's all right. That's okay. All right, here go the blue. We're gonna try these shades of blue. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna do. It don't look so bad, but I definitely can see where um, yeah, seeing some right here. This is some jewels. Right about here, this is some jewels too. That's why I'm looking a little safe. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't like the. Now, let me see if I would like. Okay, you got that blue right here. Actually, I don't even have to do it. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it, but that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. Here is the ugly nail. You know, it's okay. I'm gonna practice more. I'm just gonna practice more. In the meantime, in between time, so that y'all can have y'all time back, I'm gonna switch up that nail because we can't. Oh yeah, here got the nails right here that I'm using. This the nail tip. So short stiletto off of Shein, 550 count. Looks like that. They say short, but they kind of run medium. If I'm being honest, so you know how it go though, child. You say one thing, but then be a whole nother. All right, so we gonna take that off, and then I'm going to practice more. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make sure this is the same. Yep, that's the same. It's the same. All right, so here's what we done tonight. Don't beat yourself up. If you don't like it, it's totally fine. Just take it off and keep moving, okay? But in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna go back in with this art done. We just gonna do 2 coats of the art done, and then we're gonna find us a pre-made flower. I did want to challenge myself. It was pretty fun though. Um, However, I just can't find myself liking it, and keeping it on there to make the because this is a fire set, right? This is a fire set, and it's not meant to, be messed up with some little raggedy flower, child. So we gonna put that one on there. Y'all like that one? Hold on. Oh my gosh, it's so much little lint on here. Jesus. All right, so we got these 2 flowers here. Can y'all see them? These two flowers here. Um, that I'm gonna choose from because this was out. Okay. All right. If I was to select a flower, I honestly say this one would go better, but I think I'm gonna like this one just because it's different. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I'm gonna see which one gonna go the best. Okay. Hold on. Did I find a little one? Yeah, this one gonna go the best. So we're gonna go with that one. So let me go in with one more coat of our art done. Like I said, y'all can get these off of Amazon, $5.99. I mean $4.99 for six. $4.99 for six. Art done. $4.99. Yes, this juicy, pretty color. Like I said, they say this is their jelly brand polish, but yeah, looks solid to me. But you know, here it is. Art done. Art done. All right. So we're gonna pop that on there. Um, and then we're gonna go in with our Macart glue and see what we got. Actually, I just got some more flowers. Let's see. I got some flowers. Some newer flowers. So let's see what we got. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Y'all have so much stuff. So much stuff. Thank you so much, Miss Tara. I do appreciate it. All right, so all right, for this aesthetic, let me actually look at this bag. Is this the same? Let me go back in there. All right, so I think I don't want to go too light, right? We don't want to go too light. So we're gonna go ahead and add. So here are the flowers, y'all. I got these off of Shein as well, and they do come with like some gold butterfly flakes and gold and silver butterfly flakes. I'll get closer, and then the different color varieties of flowers. Okay. Shein. Okay. All right. In the meantime, in between time, I think I'm just gonna put my first one. I'm just gonna top coat everything at the same time. And maybe what I'll do is I'll buy me those molding flower thingamajiggers so I can practice that way too. Let's see. See, that's why I wish I can draw. I mean, I could mold. I'm gonna practice. Maybe I'll just practice molding on a nail. I'll play around with. Oh yeah, this one perfect. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. Y'all like that? It's so cute. It's like perfect. It blends perfectly. Alright, and then we'll add our little two gold little things there and two little gold things there. And we're gonna keep it pushing, honey. Alright, here we go. Pop that into the nail lampion. And then the gold jewels, I'm going to go back in with a few more of these at the tip and at the cuticle. Yeah, I just couldn't get into this flower. Like I said, I still got a lot of practice to go. Like if I had to add like a like I just don't know. I just need way more practice. And then my centerpiece did not come out and near is what I wanted it to look like, y'all. Child. But yeah, we gonna continue to find it. I'm getting closer so y'all can see. Y'all remember this video, okay? Because in like a month from now or 2 months, I'm not gonna be right here, okay? So y'all remember this video, okay? All right, mark for you. I'll be like, damn, she told us she was gonna get it. I sure did. Indeed. I don't even need these colors. We gonna pop them back up in here. Alrighty, and then now we gonna take this out of the lamp. Let me see. All right, now we're gonna take our handy dandy tool. And about 3 here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too spunky. Just okay. Put that in there. Shoot. Kind of moved, but it looks good. It looks good. All right, now we got to top coat it. We're gonna go in with our McCart top coat. Okay. So about 27 minutes over. I aimed for a hour long, but it's okay. Like I said, I knew that doggone flower was gonna get me, and it got me good. I'm just cleaning off this extra glue that I have in my hand. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with our top coat here. And you want to make sure that you get a nice good shine. So make sure you are evenly coating that flour. Okay. So evenly coat that flour so that it's shining, shining, shining. Yeah. Okay. All right. Or whatever Beyonce said. All right. All right. There we go. And then too good to do it. Now I got a little bit extra right about here. Then also going with the thinnest coat here. The thinnest coat. And just clean that up, okay? I got something in the nail that I don't want. Like that. That is not good. Take it out. Okay? And yeah, now we're gonna pop her back in the lamp. And then I'm gonna show you all the nail set one last time. And I'm going to let you all be the judge of this set. Okay, so here's what the Art Done nail polish that I used tonight looks like. It comes off of Amazon for $4.99. And then you get all 6 of these colors. All 6 of these colors um, in here. So it's really nicely packaged. So, yeah. Alright. Okay. That on out of the lamp, and then I'm gonna show y'all what it's looking like. We gonna clean up just a little bit too, cause I don't even want to mess it is. Being frustrated and stuff. Alright, here we go. Alright, y'all. So it's out of the nail lamp. Here is what the set is giving. Okay, I'll back up so you can see the full aesthetic of this nail set here. Something very simple, cute. You can do it at home too. Okay, nothing was expensively used in this video. Nothing. All right. So we'll go from pinky all the way down to thumb. So here's the pinky. Okay. Okay. All right. Bag it up. Bag it up and jump. All right. All right, y'all. So those are the nails. They got new nails. New nails. Oh wait. Oh wait. I hope y'all really enjoyed yourself. Y'all did not have to be here on Easter, but y'all sure decided to stay with me, and I sure do appreciate y'all. I hope y'all learned something, and I hope y'all really be encouraged for real and motivated to do your own nails or practice on other people when you come over here, because you can do all things. Honestly, it's nothing that's hard at all. I'll say the hardest thing is probably 3D, some 3D designs, and character drawing. Like Arnold was a little bit difficult, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Some stuff is easy, some stuff is not. But everything is meant to challenge you and, continue to elevate you in whatever you're doing. So, hey, you got this, okay? I just want to continue to always say that and encourage you all and let you know that ain't nothing too hard for you to do. Keep the eyes on the prize. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. And yeah, just stay focused. Stay focused. Okay. I do appreciate y'all so much, y'all beautiful people. Honey bunches of oats. Got my honey bunches of oats. Okay, that's what I call it, y'all. Honey bunches of oats. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and mosey on up out of here. We did it for another hour and 30 minutes. I showed it me keep y'all over 30 minutes, y'all, but we did. I sure appreciate y'all so much. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. You ready? So don't forget to say your prayers tonight now. Okay, don't forget to say your prayers tonight now. And if you ain't filed your taxes, you better file them taxes this week. But you ain't got to next Wednesday. I mean, you ain't got until next Wednesday to go and file them taxes. So he's going to file them taxes. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Back to the nails. All right, we'll be back tomorrow for another nail set. I'm gonna try to go a little bit more difficult tomorrow. Um, a little bit more drawing tomorrow, so that we can fight through whatever we're trying to achieve together. Okay, we got this. All right, lovelies. For real, for real. Don't forget to say your prayers. Love y'all much, and I am out. Okay, bye.